Awesome. All right, guys. Quick radio check. Can you hear me back there, Eric? Perfect. Jesse, I see you, Daniel. All right, guys. Windows up for me. Make sure you're nice, cool, and comfortable. Open up those vents before we get rolling here. And for this one, we're not going to talk so much about shift points, but I do got one automatic. That be you, Daniel. You're mostly going to use 4th, 5th, 6th. 6th will be down the long straightaway. And then for my manual drivers, 3rd and 4th, okay? Alright guys, as we continue through the day, try to put those steps together, right? Start the visual scanning, making sure you brake, down shift, turn in, balance, close those apex, unwind and accelerate. Alright guys, let's put these cars in first gear and manual mode. And then you're going to go ahead and follow me out. Let's have a good time, okay? After this, you do got one more session. Again, try to start putting everything together. You want to really roll on that accuracy. So just for reminders before we get out on track, those blue turning cones that you know when your corner starts, when to initiate that corner. Get close to them, but you don't need to be on the curbing. Those tall orange apex cones, you're trying to place your tires right on the curb in front of that orange cone. Alright guys, make sure everything's nice, cool, and comfortable before we get rolling. When we get to track entrance, we're going to wait on that other group, and then we'll be entering the track all together. Alright fellas, just a moment here, I'm going to come to a stop. I'm just going to hang out here and wait for the other group. Same thing like before, we're going to start with a warm-up lap. We'll do a few laps. I'll let you know in advance while we're rotating so there's no surprise. Alright guys, let's go ahead and enter and start up with that warm-up lap. So Daniel, you'll go all the way up to 5th gear for the warm-up. Jesse and Eric, you're going to go to 4th gear on the warm-up here. Even though I'm going slow, I'm still braking at the brake cone. I try to balance through the corners here. The other cones we're dealing with, right? There's 2 brake cones out here. Please brake right at them. And little pink and white cones. Some might be a little faded. One might look a little just white, but basically put the car 2 to 3 feet away from it. right side. We're exiting a little bit early, so you want to touch down on the curb. Right in front of that orange cone. We're just getting to it a little bit soon. And that little pink and white, try not to jump on it. It is not an apex. Pink and white, want to get close. But not on the curb. That one was good. So just keep up that improvement, keep working on that turn 3. That last one was probably the best one. We kind of touched on right at that right spot. Alright, Daniel, you're going to go to the back of the group. I'm going to get Jesse and Eric behind me on the left side, guys. Come on up. Daniel, you'll be behind blue, number 41, once it passes you. Awesome, and for Jesse and Eric, you'll be third gear. We can, second, that's fine. We'll kind of roll through the gears as we build it up here. The harder it is to get to that very well detailed. He's on that right side exit there. Much better, Jesse. Yeah, be patient here and let that car turn. There's a bit of a weight to it. Make sure you get a firmer brake here on turn 1. A little balance in. You want to try to get that first apex. Alright guys, we are going to we're going to go ahead and slow down here, and we'll be pulling on over to the rotation area. Alright, let's go ahead and move on over real quick. Order for now. Alright guys, hang tight right here. To check out on this car real quick, but we were going to rotate anyway. Nice job when you were behind me, Jesse. Good improvements, okay? I think compared to your last run, we may have cut some time, probably about 2 or 3 seconds on that very last one. Good little fix up on that line. Alright guys, what we're going to do... Alright guys, I'm going to get Eric and Daniel on the left side first. Then Jesse, you're going to go to the back of the line. Behind white 13. We're going to do a cool down lap, guys. So, you know, with that, it is a little hot, right? Go around that white car, come on up. Jesse, perfect. Alright guys, so for this, let's go ahead and, Daniel, you'll go to fish gear. And, Jesse and Eric put the hard point. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is just take a nice easy lap. We're going to cool it off, and then we're going to build it up, okay? So, because, you know, we live in a desert, and, alright, my car's just like 98, 99 degrees. Sometimes it happens. We gotta, you know, cool things off a little bit, and then we'll pick it back up. Right now, just take this opportune moment as we're kind of cruising along, get the visuals down. We're going to keep a nice, easy pace and go around. Just one lap, and then I'll let you know when we're going to pick it up. Alright guys, as we come out of this corner, we'll go ahead and build up that pace, okay? So Eric, once you come up to this blue turning cone, we'll start picking it up right here. I do like to just talk about this a little bit here. As you build up the pace, right, your last session, it may be a little bit hotter. So what you'll notice, especially if you're in the back of the group, is your time up behind the instructor. Tires might be a little bit greasy. So when that happens, if it does happen later this afternoon, what needs to happen is you're going to notice the car might be pushing a little bit more as you turn into the corner. Just got to slow down the release of the brake a little bit more. Okay, that'll usually happen, you know, if you're the last driver or somewhat about 6 to 7 laps in. So just kind of giving you that heads up. You know how to combat this if you do run into that situation this afternoon. I'm hoping not. I mean, I'm hoping we don't get too hot. Alright guys, when we get parked up at the building, we'll check out those lap times, see what's going on. If you don't know where your lap times are, just keep the videos running and I'll show you exactly where it is when we get ourselves parked. That one was spot on, Eric, going around that little pink and white right there. Guys, we're basically all the way off the track. You guys can bring it in about car to a car and a half apart from each other. When we'll get parked, we'll go over any questions you may have. Alright, you guys are going to roll with me right on through the stop signs here. And then it's about that time, guys. Go ahead and drop the driver in the passenger window for me. Keep your car on and running. Once we get parked, I'll be right to your window.
What?
Scoot a little bit more forward.
Oh, okay. time was 1:22. Perfect.
Which is pretty much the same as last session, huh?
Hit stop record.